And suddenly the house is on fire. And suddenly, and suddenly, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. And suddenly, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. The house is on fire. The house is on fire.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think you can hear me. Straining the bone broth right now. Straining the bone broth. Oh, sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time. I wasn't going to go live, but I'm just sitting here and I was stressed out. I was trying to freaking order eyeglasses off of Zini Eyewear, trying to go the cheap route. And I'm terrified because I'm just terrified. I'm terrified to order the glasses. Like, okay, this is what's terrifying about it, right? So I have my glasses, and on the inside of my glasses is my measurements, right? So my measurements are 50, 18, and 140. So I'm going on there. And they don't have anything in my measurements, not even in the slightest. And I'm like confused. I'm like, how did these people order glasses without their measurements? You have to have a measurement, right? Like, and all they have is small through extra large. Yes, they have a return policy, but I'm ordering through my insurance company, like my health insurance, because I have an HSA card. So I'm like, I don't want to just like order some glasses and then have to I don't know what the return would be for my HSA. So I'm just like kind of confused, didn't really know how to order them. I still don't know. And then when I asked the people, they're not helpful. They show me like 2 pairs of glasses. They have thousands of glasses. And you mean to tell me that in my measurement, they only have 2 that would fit my face? I'm an extremely small person. And my face is small, my ears are small, my nose is small, everything about me is small. So you can't find glasses that fit me? I just think it's odd. So, hold on. I'm going to reveal myself here in a second. Oops, wrong button. But anyway, so that's what I was just stressing me out. Then I went to another place and they want like top dollar. Well, okay, it's not top dollar, I would say, but okay, so if you're spending $45 on a pair of glasses, then you are spending $20 to $30 on some lenses. So really, I mean, you're spending some money, $60 on a pair of glasses that you don't know if they're going to fit you or not. So that was my issue, and I was actually kind of stressing out. The link is in the link. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, you can do so. I'm not wearing any makeup, and my hair's a fright. So I'm just letting y'all know. There we go. So anyway, I was trying to order those glasses. And these are my typical, I can't put them on, but because I have contacts in, but these are my typical glasses. And so I was reading them on the side, and that's my measurements. and they don't have anything like that. And so, oh, thanks, Grammy Karen. That's so nice of you. Really, you're such a sweetie. But yeah, so I just been stressing myself out. And yeah. I'm so glad to have all these people in here. I didn't usually I had stopped going live on Sundays because my son has to wake up early on Monday to go to school. And so I stopped doing that. And so maybe people miss me. I know Shawnee Shap did. I mean, her first words were hell yes. So oh, thank you, Garden State Gardener. That's so nice of you guys. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what I've been dealing with for the past couple hours. That, and I'm addicted to this freaking game on my cell phone. What is it called? I don't know. Hold on. It's called Happy Match. Right? Happy Match Cafe. And it's gross. Like you pop people's pimples and trim their toenails and put salve on their feet and like all this weird stuff. But then it also has another section of the game where it's like a puzzle. And in this puzzle, it has like anything and everything in the puzzle. And you have to find like the 3 items. And you're looking through and you match them in 3s or whatever. So if you pick up 3, then it goes away from your little bank. And it's really hard to, but anyway, the game is very addictive and I've been playing it. And usually if something is extremely hard, I won't play it anymore. I'll just delete it from my phone because I don't need that kind of stress. I don't need something hard. I just want something to take me away for a minute. Not like I don't need something to make my brain hurt. So anyway, hi. Thanks for coming up.
Yep.
You doing okay?
Spent a lot of the day outside putting up a bunch of the timbers for the cover over the patio.
Oh.
Getting everything up. So tomorrow I get just about the rest of them. I may have to go a little bit farther into Tuesday to get it all ready for to receive the metal on top.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, standing on the ladders, my feet are just killing me.
Oh, well, thank you, Grammy Karen. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, guys. Seriously. I really appreciate it. And yeah, YouTube has just been kind of rough for me because I don't have as many members as I once did. So it's been kind of rough. And then I also, I've been stressed out. And so I got a lot of things going on with my son. And then he's going to school 4 days a week. And I'm just exhausted. And then I kind of got myself in this routine, too, where I usually go to bed early. And then, yeah, so it's just been kind of crazy. My life is, since Fred's been going to school 4 days a week, my life is kind of turned upside down a little bit. So that and the garden thing is almost over. Like, I haven't really got anything from the garden. Like, we did plant cabbage, but it's not doing anything. And I'm just kind of like, eh. So
somebody was saying that on cabbage, you got to be careful of the nitrogen levels.
Oh, yeah.
If it's nitrogen-rich soil, it's going to think, oh, we're supposed to fly. We're supposed to leaf out and to put leaves and leaves and leaves and not ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just been, well, yeah. And not that I've given up. I haven't given up on the garden, but I do get to a point where I get tired of it. And I just want to like not water anything. So I do go through that phase. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of people in here. Wow. Thanks guys for coming in. Dancing Alone with Rentals. Thank you for being here. Gears in here. Hello. Thank you, Grammy Karen. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. The Uncle Al's up in here. How's your teeth, Uncle Al? Did you finally have that surgery? And prayers go out to Blue. Her husband's in the hospital right now. They're dealing with a sickness. So prayers for you, Jay. Well, that keeps you busy. You need to find some time to relax. Yeah, I don't have relax time at all. Um, love you, Blue. It's been raining here since Friday night. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys, are you close to getting the hurricane? Like, I don't really know how that works from New Jersey standpoint. Yeah. And so that stinks. And I know Chris and Gina, they're up in New Hampshire and they usually get not full-blown hurricane because they have the cape to protect them, but they get like a lot of rain and a lot of like tropical storm type stuff. So I didn't know how that worked for you, Joe. But that's yeah, that kind of sucks. Usually, like we don't get the rain right away, but usually, like if there is a hurricane, the rain will start coming the next few days, and it just doesn't stop. Yeah, I burnt myself out with YouTube. So if you haven't seen a lot of me, it's because I have burnt myself out completely. You guys don't know, a lot of people don't know this, but I've been doing this for a very long time. 4 years of following the same exact schedule and pushing and pushing and pushing and putting videos out. So yes, I have really burnt myself out. So I'm sorry if I haven't been putting out the content. Water came right into the boardwalk. Oh, yikes, yikes. Is Warby Parker, were you Warby Parker? No, I was looking on Zini Eyewear. There's like a lot of ones out there. The Zini one I think is the most trusted by some people. There was another one, Zilu and all that crap. I haven't really explored too much, but some people, I looked on some sites and I did like review. That's another thing I hate to do is look up reviews, because if I see a pair of glasses that I really like and then I go and look up the reviews of the company and they're like, my glasses had the wrong prescription or something like that, then I get mad because I'm like, I finally found a pair of glasses that I like. And then, you read the reviews and you're like, ugh. Buy direct. I was just on that site and they were expensive. I keep thinking in my head, it's $45 for a pair of glasses, $45, $50, or $65. And then you have to pay for the lenses to be put in them. And by the time you do all that, you got about $60 in your glasses online. And then you get them shipped to your house and you don't know if they're going to fit you. Like, not really, So I don't know. Always read the 4-star reviews. Yeah, I really watch that too, because I know a lot of companies will just go in there and put a bunch of 5-star reviews. And you can always tell what those are because they're usually, it's really professionally written and whatnot.
The other thing too is competitors will go in and put a bunch of 1-star reviews too.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never noticed really, because I don't usually read the 1-star reviews. Not really.
Yes, the ones that saying, "Oh, my lenses were wrong. This was wrong." Usually, not usually. A lot of those can be fake. Put in there.
Yeah.
At least with Amazon, Amazon will confirm whether or not they purchased it. But then some companies figured out, oh, we'll purchase it and we'll return it saying it's crap.
Yeah. Dancy Alone with Rentals says, I really enjoy making videos. I get all wrapped up into it and can't wait to start the next. However, I put up a video when I get one finished. I have at least 20 started. Oh Lord, I don't have even one started. Like, usually I'll make one and that day, and then it will come out that night or the next day.
All right, who's going to get the membership?
Oh, Moon Over Miami.
Moon Over Miami got it.
Awesome. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Blue, I'm considering. I did see a pair of $7 glasses that I really liked. So I don't know. I just want to get I want to get at least a couple pairs before my prescription expires. And I'm one of those people that will stretch it to the limit. I had a year's supply of contacts that lasted me 5 years. So I usually stretch it to the maximum limit, and I stretch my glasses to the maximum limit as well. So,
Do you know what your prescription was it for seeing close up, seeing far away, seeing everywhere?
well, I'm nearsighted, which means I can't see far away at all.
Okay.
Hey zombie, thanks for coming in. I can't see far away at all. So if you see me in that chicken video, that the little short that I put out, when I say that I saw little white specks in the yard, it's because I saw little white specks and I didn't know what they were until I got closer, and it was my chickens in the yard. So yeah, I'm blind. So hey Moon, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe get in touch. I know my eye doctor told me that they would help me get glasses through Zini. So maybe I need to do that. I don't know. And I thought about there's a company called America's Best. And I thought about going there and just paying $100 or more for a pair of glasses. Now, back in the day when I was, whoa, thank you, zombie. 19 months. Back in the day when I was working, I worked at a really awesome place that offered really amazing eye insurance. So I would always get like the top of the line glasses. Old as dirt joined. Hello. Thanks for coming
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I've been working on a new recipe for Fred.
Ooh. Hold on, I can't read it. Little Fred's curry ketchup, 1 cup of tomato ketchup, curry powder, sweet paprika, chili powder, and honey. Ooh, Worcestershire sauce and water.
1 teaspoon of water.
Interesting. I wonder if he would.
Just put it on everything. Ice cream, pizza. My family told me not to put Scotch bonnets in it because I have Scotch bonnet oil. That'll give a kick. I'll put hair on his chest.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he would love that.
He ain't gonna need that for another 12 years.
Thanks, Uncle Al. It was really funny. Earlier, we don't go out to eat very often. We did DoorDash last night, and this morning I was like, I'm not cooking. I said, let's go to breakfast or whatever. So we went to breakfast, and I brought home Fred sauerkraut balls. So he loves them, and he finished them off this evening. And it was so funny because they usually come with ranch dip or something, and he dipped it in there, and he lost his sauerkraut ball. It was like in the dip. He's goofy. But yes, he ate.
Did he try to get a spoon to get it out?
No, he actually didn't get it out, which was funny. He pretended to dip them in there and didn't dip them actually, which was he was being goofy. Autumn equinox. What everyone do over the weekend? Oh, I did DoorDash last night until. Well, it was really, I did really good. I made $100 in 4 hours, and then we went home. Mallow Mars. Oh, of course, he would eat that. He loves anything sweet. Pure chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of it's something else.
What is it? Cookie?
Well, we lost him.
Oh.
Yeah. But a lot of that marshmallow cream stuff and everything else, read the ingredients. I used to love Twinkies and Ding Dongs. I'll never touch them again.
Yeah, the ingredients is not so hot. I never had them either. They look okay. It's not, yeah. I don't really like chocolate. I'm not a chocolate fan. I'm just really not into it. I'm more of a vanilla type of girl.
No,
Um,
I love something my wife hates. The reason my wife hates it is when she was at the for the orthodontist and stuff, they had flavored stuff they put in to take molds and stuff,
mhm.
and they used butterscotch on her, and they filled it too full, and they almost gagged and choked her because it overflowed the mold and started to go down the back of her neck, her throat, and she hates butterscotch now. Absolutely
wow.
hates it. And I love putting butterscotch chips in oatmeal cookies.
Oh, I love butterscotch in general. Like I love the flavor of butterscotch. I'm sorry, Uncle Al, if you get your signal back, come on up. Where was it? When we did the farmers market, I had bought a bunch of like butterscotch flavored hard candies. Unfortunately, they got kind of warm. So I had to throw most of the package out because every time I went to go to unwrap them, the wrapper was still stuck to them. I was like, I can't eat these.
Yeah, there's a way to salvage that. When you unwrap it, you dip it in water, and it'll break it loose from the plastic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've salvaged butterscotch that my mom had in her minivan.
Oh, I love butterscotch.
I'll take them.
I love butterscotch syrup over vanilla ice cream. That's my favorite. Yes, I don't know if I can make them at home. I don't have a deep fryer, so I don't know if they would go well in the air fryer if you made them up. I don't know. We thought about going to a place like an in bulk place like Sam's Club or something like that and buy them there, and then I can pop them in the oven and see if he'll eat them. But we haven't done that yet. But is it too late to unsubscribe? Chocolate is in the Constitution. President Washington had wooden teeth that wasn't from broccoli. Really? Dancing Alone with Rentals? Really?
All right, here's something for your butterscotch. Here's something for your butterscotch syrup on the ice cream. Take it up a
Yeah.
That's what got me to actually like apple pie.
Oh, that sounds so good. But yeah, so I'm not a chocolate fan. Sorry, Dancing Alone with Rentals. I didn't mean to burst your bubble there. I don't like chocolate ice cream either. You know, it's funny though. I do like the Reese's peanut butter cups, and I like the Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream, but I don't like it in chocolate ice cream. It has to be in the vanilla ice cream. And it really makes me mad because usually all you can find it in is in the chocolate ice cream. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. So
there are two ice creams flavors. I usually find them in California. One's called Moose Tracks.
Ooh, that's
the other one's called Caribou Tracks.
Mm.
The difference is the chocolate swirl in the ice cream or the butterscotch swirl in the ice cream. They both have the cookie dough clumps in there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Josh. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. I know this was last minute, so but thank you. Yeah, so that sounds yummy. And I love pie. I'm a pie kind of girl. I pretty much like any kind of pie. So but I think my favorites is cherry. I like cherry pie the most. It's my favorite. Oh Lord. So it's been a long day. I only get hold on. What about when is a cool evening? Kids are around, some friends are over, and the crackle of the fire is sending over sparks ever so often. Does hot vanilla hit the spot? I think not. I do like hot chocolate. But I am a weirdo and will put French vanilla creamer in it.
I thought you were going to say you get your hot chocolate and you drizzle a little butterscotch or caramel syrup in your hot chocolate.
I could do that too. That sounds good.
And there is a French vanilla caramel from Carnation that the guys at work used to just kill for.
That sounds good. Hey, Star, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Thanks for continuing to be a member. I appreciate you. Yeah, so DoorDash was really good last night. We made some really good money. And the only thing is it sent us like to the big city. It sent us to a bigger city. And we were like, what the hell? Because we got there and there was like no orders. So we had to drive around a little bit to make up some of that extra money, but it was pretty good. Okay, I vote we all subscribe again. Hot chocolate is a win. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I used to work at Jared, right? Long time ago. And when you walk in, they usually have like a little stand in the center. They will give you cookies, and then they have a cappuccino machine, a hot chocolate machine, and a coffee machine, like all in one. They used to have hot chocolate all the time. Like I could drink hot chocolate pretty much all day there. It was wonderful. Wi-Fi router issues since a month. Shawnee just using 4G, which is ancient. I'm sorry you're having Wi-Fi router issues. That sucks.
Could be worse. You could be on dial-up.
Yeah. I remember that well. I was one of those kids that had AOL like right from the beginning. And I remember it well. And I remember waiting to get online versus now. And it was horrible. Like I think about it now, I'm like, how did I put up with that? I'm kind of an impatient person, so I don't know how I put up with that.
It was like the song says, anticipation. I'm getting online. Yeah, we didn't have AOL. We had NetZero and Juno.
Oh yeah, I remember Juno well. Yes. Hey, Sean in Alaska.
My wife still has her Juno email.
Oh yeah, that's funny. There's the link in case anybody wants to come up and just chit chat. I'm not doing anything major tonight or anything like that. So
there's plenty of room. We can move around up here, make room for you guys.
Yeah, I think I can have like 12 people up here if you really want to go all out. But yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if I told people this. Okay, so I'm in Garden Club, which is my town's little club, and they had an auction the other night. So I gave away one of my paintings as one of the auction things, right? So then all the women at the Garden Club raved over my crazy chicken painting. And now I have 2 more orders to make before the end of October. So I had to make 2 crazy chicken paintings by the end of October. Do you think you'll do Garden Club? Yes, I will. I'm going to continue to do it. I really like it. They kept trying to coax me to be president. And
Sean in Alaska's here.
Yeah, that's why I said Sean in Alaska.
Oh, I missed it.
So I don't know. Like I told him, I said, my son's too crazy. I'm like, I can't take on that kind of responsibility right now. It's just way too much with him going to school. So, but they want me to do some kind of presentation, and I was trying to figure out what I could do. Yeah, crazy chicken painting lady. Yep. I like my crazy chickens. They're cool. Hey, Mud Tramp, what's going on, girl? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Long time no see. How's everything going with you? Presentation on Soil Food Web. Soil Food Web? I don't know what that means.
The Soil Food Web is Howie's talked about it, and the Green Wizard has talked about it. It's the way that all the things underneath the soil connect, and the mitochondria,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
all that's, yeah.
Like the microbes and all of that.
Hmm.
Finally getting down to where I can see the light at the end of the tunnel with being able to move. I'm back and forth right now. Ooh. Well, it's fun though. You're gonna really like your new place. Oh yeah, that's right. Juneau, Alaska. But dancing alone. I get you. I read you. But yeah, so I don't really have much garden wise. I still need to do a lot of cleanup, and I'm not going to do that till about mid-October. Then I'll start cleaning my beds out and stuff like that. I still got a lot of carrots that I need to harvest, and I've been kind of laxed on that and haven't done it yet. I just don't feel like it. Because right now with Fred going to school, and it's just been kind of crazy. So it'll be fun when I get finished, but for now I can think of a million other ways to have fun. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Juneau is the chocolate capital of Northwest. Few people know this. Very few. Interesting. Yeah, I don't love chocolate that much, dancing alone. So yeah, I have Star, I have a ton of carrots out there. And it's funny because my bunny Rupert, I pick one carrot every day and give it to him. So he's enjoying them. We normally have a frost by October 4th, but no frost is in the forecast, so I'll enjoy an extended. Yeah, ours isn't until October 21st, I think, something like that. So
We had a frost warning for last night and the night
Ooh.
before. My daughter said this morning there was some frost on her car, but I didn't see any frost over here. My tomatoes are doing just fine. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready for that yet. We still have a lot of wood and stuff to split for the winter. I don't know yet. I don't think he's going to live outside all winter. I think my husband's going to bring him into the basement. Good old Rupert. And he's super cute. Rupert is adorable. I just open a cage and I pet him and he like jumps around and he's so cute. He really is adorable. Oh yeah, chocolate pecan. What? Rupert needs a girlfriend to keep him warm during the winter. I thought about that. I don't want to add any more yet. If you guys notice this, I basically have 50 chickens again. I did sell a couple of birds. They wanted the white ones, but then they realized how small the white babies are. And so they got a couple of barred rock mixes that were a little bit bigger. But the white ones are still too small to mix in with other chickens. And she didn't want to do that yet. But the mama bird was out again today, digging through my flower beds outside and digging through the food forest. I was filming Ziegmund and Albert today. Oh gosh, I can't talk. I went inside to post the video, came out, and the lads had done a jailbreak. Ooh. Oh, 500 chickens. Oh, I can't. Hey, what's up, Corsair? What's up?
Steve.
I can't imagine having
a non-active duty Marine.
If I had 500 birds, my husband would have to quit his job. It would be, it would have to be a business. It would have to be an operation. 500 is like, whoa. I need to get chickens to lay blue and pink eggs. Okay. Well, Lavender Orpingtons lay a light pink and Easter eggers lay a light blue. And I love them both. And hello, Stock Explorer. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. I've had an egg licensed and sold to local restaurants and stores. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I just sell out of my yard. I did sell eggs at the farmer's market that I went to, and I did pretty good with that. I was not expecting to sell eggs. We just took what we had. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, 500 chickens reminds me of something down in Texas. They made a movie about it starring Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. The Chicken Ranch.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine like seriously. I think what I have right now is overwhelming. I can't imagine having 500. It would have to be a neat and clean operation with several huge barns. There's no way I could. You definitely. What are you going to do? Free range those birds? Like, I don't think so. I mean, you maybe could. You'd have to have a lot more property than what I have. That's for sure.
You need to have like 10 acres or so, and you could, you would move them from 1 acre to another acre to another acre and just move them around,
Yeah, that would be a lot. Imagine roosters in the 500 going off at 4 a.m. This is a thing, right? A lot of people that don't have chickens think that roosters only crow one time. You notice that? Like some people think that roosters only crow one time and that's it, and it's early in the morning, That is not the case. My roosters crow all freaking day long, and when I have my door open and like if I'm sleeping downstairs or something, a lot of times I leave my back door open, and I can hear my rooster going at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Like
that's because he sees the light coming from the house.
Yeah, something. It's a little crazy out there sometimes. And my turkeys, two male turkeys, they'll gobble whenever they feel like it too. It's funny.
They hear something and they sound off.
I went to a wabbit house and insulate it with bags and leaves. That's a good idea, my tramp. Yeah. Oh man, I can just feel the stress of those 500 birds. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. I'm a pooper scooper from way back. I had to scoop the same for ostriches, emus, rays, turkeys, ducks, pheasants. I almost said peasants. I'm done with birds. Oh man. My husband wanted to get rays. I said, okay. There is an auction that is like an hour and a half from our house down south. And they will sometimes get in weird animals. One of them was a yak, and I've always wanted a yak, always. It was selling for it was at auction for $800 though. And I was like, that's a little pricey, but yaks are so cool looking. I've always wanted one. And they had rays too. My husband's like, next time they get rays, I'm going to get them. And if you don't know what a ray is, it's basically an ostrich, but they're smaller. I can't even imagine. It would be Wide Family Ostrich Farm. That'd be a little much.
Hey, you got to make a little saddle, put it on there, and strap Fred in.
Oh, Fred would actually like that because I can't even tell you how many times I've caught him trying to ride the dog. Ellie is too small for that. She's only not even 50 pounds. And so he tries to get on her, and I'm like, no, don't do that. You're going to hurt her. I yell at him every time, but he just wants to get on top and ride her around like a horse. Ray, emo, turkey, and ostrich belong to the same family of ancient birds. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
And so do the raptors, too. The velociraptors.
I love turkeys. I think they're so cool. They're probably one of my favorite birds. People say all the time how stupid they are. And yes, they can be. And some of the market birds can be really dumb. But so far, this heritage breed that we have, they're super smart. And they,
it's the farm ones that have had the stupid bred into them.
Mm-hmm.
That are stupid. The wild ones, they're alive because they ain't stupid.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have followed Sean in Alaska recently, but he has had a moose in his backyard now twice. He's videotaped it. You can tell how old I am. He has captured it on video. I'm sure he has a VHS collection. But anyway, yeah, he's caught it. And I think he put it on his Facebook. He might have put it up on his YouTube page. But I love moose. I think they're so cool. They're so dangerous, but they're so cool.
There are more people killed in the U.S. by moose than all other predators.
Yeah, I can imagine. They're pretty wild. The profits were good back then, though. 15,000 to 20,000 a trio for ostriches, 6,000 to 12,000 trio for emus, and 1,500 to 35 for trio for rays. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if you guys watch White House on the Hill. I watch them every once in a while, and they have a lot of different exotic birds, and they have emus. And I think one of their emus their name is Bamboo. And when they're babies, they're adorable. They're absolutely adorable. They run around. They fall. They're just really, really cute. But then they get older. And I keep thinking, oh my God, that beak attacking me. Yeah, that is money. That's a lot of money for those kind of birds. And they used to be very popular. I remember when they were popular. And alpacas were really popular at one time too. But you don't really see a whole lot of alpaca farms anymore. I think it's because it's really expensive to shear them and try to sell their fiber.
I'm sorry, I started laughing there. It was Dancing Alone's comment. Hey, Rocky, why don't you pull a rabbit out of my hat? Pulls out an ostrich, starts getting pecked to death by the ostrich.
Definitely don't wear shiny objects like earrings or paint your toenails. Oh my gosh. My chickens. I was out there the other day and I'm wearing flip-flops. Usually don't wear flip-flops around chickens. I mean, you shouldn't, but I was just out there, and they see my toenails, and it was so funny. A duck came up and was trying to bite my toe. The duck didn't hurt because they don't peck as hard, but I've had a chicken come after my wedding ring, like jump up and literally bite my hand. I've had them do all different kinds of weird stuff, and I usually yell at them. Turkey has the most beautiful. I vote ocellated turkey as the most beautiful. There was an alpaca shack selling goods at the sunflower fields we went to recently. I didn't look at alpaca socks and stuff like that. Like, even if you get, they're really into like making teddy bears and all different kinds of stuff like that. If you buy an alpaca teddy bear, they're like $60. I'm like, that stuff is so expensive. And I get it. I get why it's expensive. I mean, the fiber and stuff is really, really soft and it's beautiful, but it's just not something that I'm after. And okay, so one time I love going on those wild safaris. They have them here and there and everywhere. There was one maybe about an hour from me, and they had the zebras and the ostriches together. And you would go in on a hay wagon, basically. And you get to feed them. Well, they said not to touch the zebras, because zebras, I guess, are really nasty and they can bite you. And so can the ostriches. So they said to just watch your fingers. Well, I had a bucket of feed and I was feeding just the ostriches. And those things hit the bottom of that bucket so hard, I almost lost grip. They were like pounding that bucket so hard. I'm like, I can't even imagine if those were my fingers. Like, those things are scary. So Becca, you were very, very, very brave for being around those big birds, because I can't even imagine one coming after me. Oh my gosh. Like,
Star, there's a big difference between alpacas and llamas. Alpacas are a lot friendlier. They can be trained better for watch animals, and their wool is much higher grade than llamas.
Yeah, I like llamas though; they're really cute. I like llamas. I like alpacas too. I like when they do that little neigh thing. They're like, and they have horrible teeth, and they're always buck looking, and it's hilarious.
You mean they're English?
They always have like horrible teeth, but they have the most beautiful eyes and eyelashes. They would make any girl envious. Their eyes and their eyelashes are always like huge.
What is DJ and Daniel Arms, Arms Family Homestead, got a bunch of alpacas, and they all their shirts and stuff say donkey poodles on them. The alpacas, they call them donkey poodles.
That's funny.
Especially when they trim, they shave them up and they look like poodles. They call them donkey poodles.
Before I had children and I had Ellie Mae, like we would always shave her. I would dye her hair multiple colors. Ellie Mae is a poodle. And she had an extensive wardrobe. She had like literally like $100 worth of dog outfits. And we used to, you know, dress her up, take her to get ice cream, or would take her to Home Depot or Lowe's and walk her around. And she was always like dressed to the nines. She had sparkly necklaces and her hair was always neon pink. Yep, Ellie Mae, my poodle. Actually, her name is Eleanor Merriweather. But my husband refuses to call her Eleanor Merriweather and just calls her Ellie Mae. So, but yeah, her registered name is Eleanor Merriweather because she's kind of a snob. But yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't know anymore. I was going to say something now. I completely forgot. I'll be going live Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if anybody wants to come along and hang out with us then, feel free to do so. Ellie Mae sounds like someone would I date in London and then move to Texas and write some songs about her. Okay, yeah, could. On a ukulele. Sure. I'm sure there'd be oil somewhere involved.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbling up a brew of some sort.
Yeah. Or you just go to Tennessee and find her there too.
Yeah. I was registered once, but everybody still calls me Becca. You're funny. You were funny, girl. So I have an itch. I've been wanting to buy seeds really bad. Like I want to get my seeds in and buy them before December and January when everybody starts buying seeds. But I haven't done it yet. And what else? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next year as far as that's concerned. I did see some gem corn on the internet and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And I thought about growing some corn next year, but I'm not sure. Every time I've grown it in the past, it's only gotten yay big and it's not very attractive looking. So I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty.
I was checking some of the sites for different type seeds and stuff, and some of them don't have them. Some of the seeds they don't have them ready for sale yet.
Yeah.
I want to get some of the nasturtiums, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's called that I've planted because it's just now it comes up every year. And I don't have the packet, I don't think, anymore. So I don't know what I have planted out there. I just know that it was a big trailing mix that gets really big. And that comes back literally like every year. I love growing corn, corny jokes. My jokes are always a little corny. You're going to grow specific varieties for farmers market. Yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I want. I haven't, that's what's kind of holding me back too, is I haven't made a decision as to what kind of tomatoes I want to grow next year. I know I want to grow specific varieties for farmers market, but I don't know. My husband didn't like the ones this year. I forget what they were called. The ones I grew specifically for the farmers market, he didn't like them. So I got to find something else. So I don't know. And
What
this
about
year,
what about the Granderos? Aren't
oh, those are
you know,
perfect. Yeah. We grew a specific variety just for farmers market, which was market something. They were just like regular market tomatoes. They weren't anything wild or crazy. They just were round and, you know, perfect for salads or whatever. But he didn't like them. So the Grandero will continue to always grow those. I don't think next year we'll be growing as many because I have so much tomato sauce and tomato products that we probably won't be growing a whole lot of those. We'll be growing the other ones for selling. So Claude Ortega. Hello, Gray Man. I have been pressure canning ground beef that I was able to get for really cheap. That's awesome.
cool. Absolutely cool.
That's really cool. Yeah. I have not pressure canned that. Who's this? Michael Sherman, gardening, woodworking, and more.
Sounds like a busy man.
Yeah, I love woodworking. Back in the day, I worked in a lumber yard and ran the forklift and did all of that. And I love doing woodwork. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I love building and creating and making things. And my grandmother had 200 chickens with 4 chicken coops. Interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if she sold it. She probably sold a lot. I just can't see myself owning that many. I probably have a lot more than 50 birds out there right now.
Yeah, my mom probably had at the most she ever had was, I think it was like 35, maybe 40 birds, but most of those were banties.
Oh,
So you're talking small chickens.
yeah. Yeah. We used to have, that's how we started, is we had the bantam birds, the Polish hens. And that's perfect for like, if you want to get a couple chickens, like, and you want to test it out. Those are perfect for that. Cause I think we started off with 6 Polish hens and then now we have 50 birds. Like the chicken math.
Chicken math.
Yep. It gets you every time.
1 + 2 is 7.
Yep.
Plus 4 weeks is 37.
Yeah. Yeah. My turkey out there, I wanted to tell everybody, I have a turkey who hatched 1 baby chick. And she is sitting on her ever so faithful. Hey, Linda Okie, what's up? And it's so funny to watch her out there because she's so protective of that baby bird and she loves that thing so much. She don't have straw or anything in her cage because she's being protected right now because we don't let her free range or anything like that until the baby gets a little bit older. And she's pulling out her tail feathers to create a nest so she can sit with the baby. I'm like, okay, honey, whatever floats your boat. But there's like a lot of feathers in there and she's like sitting in the middle of them with the baby. Oh, she's kind of funny. She's a very smart bird.
Yeah, you may want to get some straw type in there, let her help her so she stops pulling her own tail feathers out.
Yeah, I'll probably put some wood chips in there for her. Okay, hold on. There's a lot going on. Garden State Gardener, not yet. I am moving to Kansas in the next 6 months. When I do, I will start videos. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let us know and we'll help promote you.
Yes.
My journey is homesteading is on a 7,200 square foot lot with 8 hens for eggs, a pig now, 10 meat birds every so often, and a couple of turkeys a year, plus a garden and fruit trees. I am trying.
Sounds like you're doing more than trying.
Yep. That's cool. And, that's a lot of work, but that's cool. I had to change the city code to keep my 10 birds, and I am working on allowing slaughter on my residential property. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of cities don't allow you to have birds, but then there are some cooler cities out there that allow you to have city birds and allow you to have like a small cage with, 3 or 4 chickens or whatever in them. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Yeah, around here, the only time anybody gets upset is when someone has a loud rooster.
Yeah. My neighbors down the street told me they can hear my roosters, but I don't find my roosters annoying. I lived 10 years in the city, and so moving out here and hearing the roosters and hearing my birds, I rather listen to that than gunshots and
Squealing tires, and
ambulances, police cars, all that crap. So hearing a rooster is like heaven. Yes, and I do too. I can always tell the difference between my 2 roosters. I have a Valentino, he's a oh my gosh, a Lavender Orpington, and then Ted is a Barred Rock, and I can tell the difference between both of them when they crow. One has like a really horrible crow. He's like, what? I'm like, what happened to you? Like, that's the worst chicken crow I've ever heard in my life. And I can always tell which one it is. So I'm like, oh, that's Valentino. He sounds horrible today. Oh, you're in Southern California. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's down there near Steve, I would suspect.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit farther out than Steve is from LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about farming in California. Not that I know of, says Michael Sherman. How is that working out for you in California, by the way? Are you getting taxed to death, or how is that working out for you? I'm curious. There are probably some strict regulations about your birds and everything else, I would imagine.
It depends how far away from the big metropolitan areas he is. If he's way out away on the eastern side of Southern California, where they are a lot more intelligent and not breathing all that smog and crap and getting brain damage, they realize, oh, wait, birds, that's cool. Yeah, all right.
Well, it's been that time of year where I am watching a lot of ghost shows and stuff like that because of Halloween, and like I'm watching a lot of like little horror movies here and there. I watched this one and I cannot think of the name of it right now. This guy lives in California and he bought an entire town in the mountains, and it used to be a mining town for like zinc and I can't remember. I think it was mainly a zinc mining facility. So anyway, it was back in the 1800s. So he bought like all these old buildings. He owns the streets. It's like up in the mountains. It's super cool. And he lives there. And this team went there to do like some ghost investigation stuff because, all those old school mining towns claim to be haunted, whatever. But it was just very interesting. I told my husband, I said, I really would like to go there. I would totally spend the night there. It was just like way up in the mountains. It was just really cool. They had like an old school, saloon and just like your old Western type of things. I guess they had, at that time they had a lot of brothels. So they had like 5 brothels there and a saloon, a lot of saloons, a general store. And in the general store is where the guy actually lives. So it's all up to like date and everything. So I would like to try and maybe, I don't know, go there sometime because it looked really, really, really cool. But it's really high in elevation. Like really high. It's like on the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I just looked something up here for Southern. Yeah, that's Southern California is where that mine was at.
I don't remember.
Okay, because I searched for old zinc mine Southern California, and there's a collection of abandoned mines in Cerro, Cerro, Gordo, in the Inyo Inyo Mountains in Inyo County near Lone Pine, California.
I wonder if
And
it's
so
not.
there's a collection of them, and permission to visit the Cerro Gordo Ghost Town.
Yes,
Must be
Sierra Gordo.
permission.
That's exactly what it was called. Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, because it's privately owned and
Uh-huh.
operated. Yeah. So yeah, you look at that's what came up. I was looking at it. It said, oh, how many the deadliest mine disaster there was in 1870s, cave-in that killed at least 8 and as many as 35 Chinese miners.
Yes. Yes. It's just a really cool place. Like, I would love to go. I'm really into history. I love haunted history. I'm really into that, but the history of the place in general is really cool. The guy who owns it, his last name is Underwood, and he bought it. I don't know what he was planning on doing, or if he was just doing like gonna do ghost tours and like have people stay there, or I don't know what he was gonna do, but I would just go just to see the old buildings and stuff because it was just really, really neat. Because some of that stuff has not moved, like he has not touched it. So it was exactly how it was back then. So I just find that really, really, really cool. Yeah, and the mine and stuff is really neat, like the history behind it, and it was really cool. So if you get a chance, research it, guys, because it's really, really neat. I've been in one of those mines. Look up Reward Mine. Interesting.
Yeah, it's in the same county, and it's also a cluster of mines and structures from various eras. It is the mine is so big they actually show a person driving their Jeep inside the mine.
Oh wow!
Run the side over here, but yeah, near the town of Reward.
Very cool.
And here's a question here: you can drive a quarter of a mile into the mine, and there are a few spots where a single vehicle can turn around. At the very end, it's large enough for several vehicles to turn around. Cool.
What is that? What is that mine called? It was called Cerro. I can't remember now.
Hang on. Reopen, close tab.
Gordo.
Yeah.
Cerro Gordo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had like a lot of mining cave-ins and stuff like that. There's like a lot of dark history there, but they had like a lot of cave-ins and stuff like that. So
yeah,
a lot of miners and stuff died there.
What I was looking up on that one is that they were down where the cave-ins was when they were doing the limestone, digging the limestone out and weren't shoring it up. Thinking, oh, it's going to be strong enough, and go on digging, all of a sudden.
Yeah. It was just really neat how I don't know, these people would work in it and pour out the zinc, and it was neat seeing old pictures and stuff like that.
One of the other ones down there is a lead/zinc mine in Riverside County, right next to it there.
Ooh.
That's in Corona, Corona, Riverside County.
Oh, okay.
Also, the Ortega mine in Riverside County as well.
One thing that I did learn, and I learned it from watching the show that I was watching about the Gordo mine, is that it was a silver mine before it went to zinc, and all the silver that came out of that mine basically helped build Los Angeles, which I thought was really, really cool because all that money went straight to Los Angeles. Yeah, Shadow Scout, Michael is from Sweden, so it's morning over there. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets up about an hour ago usually, and early in the morning for us, he's going to bed. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's funny, Tibor, that you said that you worked for Morton Salt. My husband used to actually haul salt out of Lake Erie, and he said it was very weird because you had to have a ton of security clearance, but you would go underneath Lake Erie, and underneath Lake Erie is nothing but salt, like salt mine stuff. So he would go in there with his truck and get, salt and then, haul it to all the counties for basically road salt. But that's kind of funny that you said that.
All right. Oof.
Yeah, that's way too early for me. Back in the day, I used to wake up at like 4 a.m. to get to work by 5. And it was hell for me. I am not an early riser. Those days were exceptionally rough. I think the only reason why I liked him so much is because I was usually out of work by 1 or 2 in the afternoon. But I would get off and I was so tired and exhausted I didn't even do anything for the rest of the day.
Yeah. When I get stressed out now, I start waking up like I did when I was working, and so I've been waking up at 3:30. It's like,
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. I've been on for an hour. I probably should hit the hay and go to bed. So if you get a chance, invest or do some look into that Sierra Gordo mine. It was like very, very interesting stuff. I thought anyway. So if you like history, definitely check that out because there was a ton of history. And that guy he bought basically the entire town. He bought a whole town. So he owns the town, which was really neat. Let's see. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. And typically I'm on live Wednesday nights at 9. So subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll be notified. I will usually let everybody know as well. I share my stuff out and to several different things on Facebook and YouTube as well. So look forward to seeing y'all on my Wednesday chats at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you all have a good night. Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.